Hi everybody. I was guided to bring a little bit of toning, and I was guided to go from Ta of the throat to Ra of the sacral, and then from the third eye to La, so La, and then the Ma. So bringing it all back to the heart. And I have my it's not it's not a 7-deck read, it's 4 decks today, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And then I have 2 of my messages of the day and another abbreviated message as well. So let's get right into that. You can go ahead and take a few deep breaths on your own if you'd like. Just want to put this stuff aside. Okay. So we're going to start with the read on the table. When I went into my little girl today, it was actually pretty funny because she was like very cartoony, making that face like she's la 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 la, like she's complaining about something, and like her mouth was like the upside down U shaped, like really dragged down on the side, and her eyes were just down to the side, like she's just complaining and complaining. So I was like, okay, goodbye. So it was really kind of funny actually. So let's get into this first read. We're going to roll the die, see what comes up for you guys. Hopefully my iPad will last the whole video today. It's 4:33 on the clock right now, which is the Emperor, and the 33 of the Christ vibration. It's the 7 of Wands, standing up for yourself without getting triggered. And the 4 and 3 have been coming up a lot this week. Not only the Emperor and the Empress, but the 4 is the L and the 1, the Lambda, leap, and the 3 is the energy of the bird flying, the horizontal pillar. So the vertical and the horizontal pillar, or the Father and the Mother energies. So let's see for the twin flames today. It's not October anymore, it's November 5th. November 5th, 2023. I was just reminded of a birthday. And we have Libra here. We have the number 3 again, which is that Empress energy, which is Taurus. It's also the mother, abundance, and the coming together, socializing. The moon is also here with Cancer, so a lot of home energy here. And actually Cancer was coming up a lot for me earlier. So Libra is cardinal, and so is Cancer on the outsides here, with the fixed energy of Taurus in the middle there. But Taurus and Cancer are very family oriented, and then Libra is all about balancing that out. So the 2 and the 3 and the 10-11 energies. And 10-11 is October to November. So something about October to November coming up here. And let's see where that goes. Okay, so this first message here is my 4-deck read today for the twin flames, and this is the aerial view. We have the SIRIAN Starseed deck, the Rider-Waite Mini as clarifiers, as well as the Mythic deck up on the left-hand corner, and then we have the Energy deck here on the right lower corner and in the middle. So the cards pulled out are actually these middle cards, and then these are the underlying energies for each deck. Okay. All right, so let's go. All right, so this was starting on the 2nd, right through yesterday, actually. Check out my Instagram posts. I did like 3 posts on Instagram, very detailed ones today. This one was cut at 7:50 p.m., which is the 7 of the Chariot and the 50 of the 10 of Cups. And let's see. The Mythic deck was pulled at 8. And then 8:03, the Energy deck was pulled. And I actually finished clarifying the mini deck as well at 8 o'clock here. So the underlying energy from the Mythic deck was Hephaestus and the 8 here of indecision in the Energy deck. And then we have the major arcana that came up in this read was the solar deity, which is the sun, guidance, which is the Hierophant. And I'm losing my voice a little bit, so we'll see what's coming up in the message here. The Tower and the High Priestess, which is also the higher self. And before the read, the Reflection card came up, or the Hermit, and then Strength, which is the Strength card. And then after the read, Reason came up, which is the Emperor, and the Star. So we have the guidance of the Hierophant and the Emperor kind of facing off right there. We have there were 2 wands, 4 cups and 1 pentacle, which is 241, which is the 24 of the Queen of Wands, the 41 of the Ace of Cups, or the 2 of the High Priestess and the 41 of the Ace of Cups, and then the 1 of the Magician. If it's just the 1, the 4 is the Emperor. We have the Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and Knight of Wands, all in the read. Prior to the read was the Page of Swords, and after the read is the Queen of Pentacles. And the main numbers in the read were just 67, which I didn't even notice that. And then I posted something all about 67 this morning. So check that out. So 67 is the Knight of Pentacles, the loyal, humble servant. We also had, in a lesser sense, the energies of the 24, again, the Queen of Wands, the 46 of the 6 of Cups, and the 710, which is 0 or source energy, backing up to 71, which is the 3 of Pentacles, or co-creation for me. The code line here was coming up with Themis and Bellerophon, Helen of Troy. And the numbers on the code line were 13, coming from 6 and 7. So the key, and again, the 6 and 7 was kind of coming up like an egg, like the shape. If you notice the 6 and 7 here, it looks like an ear. And the ear is also like the foot regarding points of the body, literally the ear being a fetus. And so again, just like the foot, the ear can be used to help to heal the rest of the body. So we have, as the messages, the key, Sophia TV, which comes up as telepathic vision, right? So going into your feminine side to tap into your psychic abilities. The wise lovers, multidimensional, divine feminine within the masculine, or the chariot of unity consciousness with the Queen of Cups, higher self. Source's right-hand man, and Sophia's telepathic vision, the source sine wave, and then the V wave came up as well. So the V wave, regarding interarterial shunting, is a new device that just came out, which I didn't know anything about. It just came out because the V wave came up. An hourglass-shaped implant with one-way bioprosthetic valve, for transeptal catheterization. The V wave represents also the venous filling when the tricuspid valve is closed and venous pressure goes up from venous return. So, and again, the energy of the heartbeat, right? Like an EKG was coming up here and showing this, this corset type of energy of what they described as an hourglass. Looks like a butterfly going through the atriums. And then just the energy around, the regular labels for the heartbeat, the RQS, the big wave in the heartbeat, and then the P is the smaller wave prior to the heartbeat, and then the T afterwards were also coming up. The V wave is the middle. It's like the middle of the waves going from the systolic high wave to the diastolic, and starting over again. So in between the peak and then the baseline. Was coming up as the V. The V wave is the middle of the S waves, the calm and the storm I was getting. The key S wave and source V wave, where Q is coming up as the conception. Q is conception as the concept. R is the and S is the relief, the other side. V is the space between, as it was coming up here. Systolic and diastolic, where stolic means literally the throne or the seat and the capital city, and SY being side, his, she, its, they, the eyes, silk, sew, stitch, mother, I, and dia, coming up as diastolic, is also he, she, and you, it's in there. Day, slide, godly, divine, to eat, wild, step, journey, and imprint. Expensive deer, water, the other deer, suck, to delay, and to give. So diastolic is coming up as divine pressure, deer, suctioning, divine pressure, to delay and give, imprint, eat, step, journey during the day. To systolic, the mother and the I am side, the eyes, the stitch and sew of the mother and son making a mess using 3D eyes to side, stitch, and sew, while the divine or to vine reaps while vacuuming up to give them a chance to try again. Key parentheses or pairing of the C's, TV, the top dog creation, the time out at the end of the heartbeat and the beginning, the middle, as the QRS. So again, that was coming up as Toys R Us, but Q's are us, conception are us. But creation is God's work, is the message I was getting. The Q of the Queen, which is also the energy of the tail of the Q, is the second circle. Okay, so it's the energy of having the dot in the middle, which is the source energy amidst the whole, and then the connection between that source energy going into the second collective or the second world, basically coming up just now, as the Queen with the 6, which is the spiral of the heart, spins to the 7 of the Christa Sophia age, the 7 of the boomerang, and the offices of the Queen of Cups, higher self, 7 layers of skin, of earth, of atmosphere and heavens, the moon, the sun, and Venus and Saturn, the great celestial ocean, the house of the zodiac, the great chaotic crystalline sea that envelops everything. And that was coming up from compellingtruth.org. So again, the picture I showed you of the 6 and the 7, which looks like the human ear. The 6-7 is the ear, fetus in the womb, the concept of spin within the gamma wave. So again, that whenever parentheses, antithesis also comes up because it's the anti-C is the opposite of C, right? Which is the masculine and feminine energies facing each other. And then the parentheses is the pairing of those C's. So at 9:38, which is the Hermit and the Queen of Cups, the concept of spin within the gamma wave. And this was coming up at 9:38 to 39, actually, which is the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups, along with the Hermit energy, which also can represent source energy, the one and the all. The Queen spins to boomerang, the divine feminine in the divine masculine chariot. The Christa Sophia age of the Queen of Cups, or that concept of Christ, right, Christ consciousness, the wisdom of the high heart and higher self. So again, when I was doing the chanting, the Ma was coming up as the higher heart. And the creation, again, that is God's work. So I'm going to repeat that again. That conception are us, right? Our job is to conceive, but creation is God's work. So I was getting the energy of the 1 and the V because I was getting the image of, I always tell you M is co-creation, right? 2 1s with the V in the middle. But that's the same thing as 1, 1, 1, and it's the same thing as parentheses with 1 in the middle because, of course, 1 is actually not a straight line, it's an arc. So 1, the C's either way, and then the V all come up basically as the same energy. And so they were showing me the 1 splitting into 2, right, like the atom. Like the cells of the human, right? Splitting 1 into 2 cells, becoming the V, right, with the 1 in the middle. But then going past the V and going to the horizontal pillar. So it's literally the source that splits open and becomes the horizontal human. The opening of the envelope, pushing boundaries to ground source energy into our world. The Christos Sophia, the CS, the conditioned stimulus was coming up. And remember that the S is just the C both ways, right? It's the parentheses. So you have the C and the S, which is the C plus both parentheses, because the feminine encapsulates basically automatically the masculine and the feminine because she gives birth. And then we have that C of the masculine in addition to that. So it's basically 2 C's and then 1 anti-C, which represents the portal and the tunneling effect, or that slow burn of suspended animation. So imagining that portal and then portal, 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 because you're seeing it in suspended animation. So it looks like a stent, so to speak, or a tunnel. So the CS, the conditioned stimulus, that represents the portal and the tunneling effect, the slow burn, which is all about this year. 2023 is the King of Wands and learning how to master your passions, right? So that it's a slow burn, like channeling, right? Taking those energies and tunneling them, channeling them, pulling them in to focus the intent. The conditioned was coming up as co-NDI, TIONED. The NDI being the island, the people, water, even, and though. So co-non-disclosed, chakra IM, the tiger lioness, ED, extra dimensional, or Ed, Mr. Ed, which I always refer to as source on Ed, or one, ONE apostrophe D, becoming one. The tie-on, already done, expressed as already made manifest. The co-islands of watery people who are stunned and wand, source wand. The V is the process from the I am to the horizontal pillar of the human. The H to the I is closing up shop, sealing the envelope or deal, so to speak. So we start in the underlying energies at 958, which is the Hermit and the 58 of the Four of Swords, the underlying energy of the Queen of Wands reversed. And beneath that is the 10 of Wands reflection, which is the Hermit, the Page of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Strength card, all reversed. Prior to those cards was the King of Swords with the 9 of Pentacles reversed and the 10 of Pentacles upright. So the King and the 10 of Pentacles were upright there. So the King of Swords dependent on the 10 of Pentacles upright, family, business, or community, to dump all their responsibilities and burdens without reflecting any negative self-talk, in disconnect or at a distance or in a breakup, and weak or needing courage with the Queen of Wands reversed, who may be dumping multiple loads on them or emotional attachments, detoxing everything, perhaps in a divorce or a split, or dividing the Six of Cups upright, or receiving more information or clarity regarding the Six of Cups or fond memories. Pictures and nostalgia may be coming up. Uncomfortable having to stay while healing the heart. Forgiving, apologizing, and while keeping cards close to their chest. With X, they're about a breakup. Floating the gold coin. And then Motorin was coming up. Motorin. What's your price to find Mr. Right? In recovering from the storm in the Batcave, with X hovering and 3 points of contention, and savings or retirement funds, or perhaps a condo in the city, or a place with a view of the skyline and red curtains perhaps, trimmed in blue, or cracks in the window that someone must repair, perhaps Athena and Poseidon, a niece and an uncle in some kind of financial disagreement. While Hephaestus is engrossed in his creative works, and the underlying energy is the energy, and I want to say the energy sect here, but it's talking about, I'm using the energy deck there, but the energy sect. So I don't know if energy companies are coming up into focus right now. The 42, and again, Shasta has been coming up a lot for me, and Shasta has been coming up all year for me regarding the place where they'll be able to funnel the ocean water and clean the water for free water and free energy, geothermal energy, but all through the ocean to the mountain, and somehow that's supposed to happen. And that's been coming up all week for me. I mean, all year, actually. The 42 of the Two of Cups and the woman holding the coin as the new passion here. There's new passion to walk away from community or ride sharing, but unsure which path to choose at the Y in the road, with infinite choices or ones that just loop back around, as the flame is in between the 7 and the 8, the chariot and the strength to manifest dreams, or Greek goddesses and Sherwood Forest on the way to grandmother's house. And that could be what's coming up, between now and Thanksgiving. So the woman holding a coin, perhaps over their ex's head, or Gemini reversed, Leo reversed, and Virgo reversed, Taurus reversed, and Capricorn, Cancer, and Aries reversed, all here. And notice there the order was Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, so all in a row, and then Capricorn apart from the rest. At 10:37 is the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Cups, the creative fool at work, with the Queen of Wands reversed, perhaps an X, indecision about direction, and then the recent past of the Page of Pentacles about implementing a plan or investment. I'll clear that up again. Sorry about that. Pisces or Capricorn schooling, perhaps, and receiving big love from Star or Aquarius, who ignored them in the past, or was that the Page of Pentacles ignoring themselves and their own curiosities? As the foundation is the Six of Cups upright and loving innocence, the Magician is upright, manifesting with his wands, just making use of the tools they have, coins and cups and swords and DNA. Perhaps the Magician is a Gemini or Virgo, frustrated with kids or pets or Leos or egos out of control. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. As the home is stable with the Page of Cups, perhaps over the lack of growth or creativity, or about sexual shortcomings or weaknesses, exhaustion or lack of strength. Perhaps the Page of Pentacles and Page of Cups, both upright, are actually getting along pretty well for once. Perhaps a divorce or parental issues here cause the two kids to bond with each other. As the central energy is the Sun reversed, perhaps the King of Swords is closed off outwardly and on guard to the Page of Pentacles, the golden child. As the King of Swords is upright, getting over loss or regret, or perhaps the past and exhaustion, or overexposure and getting burned, as the challenge being the Queen of Cups reversed, and not seeing eye to eye, or refusing to make a call and stand up for themselves, or fend off others to get some rest, or 5D connecting with Justice or Libra or Judge, and resting his case, with two out in the cold and no options, or confused as to how to implement a new path. And now crowning is the Knight of Cups, despite a never-ending nightmare energy and stress or anxiety or imprisonment with issues at work, the Knight of Cups, being love, is leading the way despite all of this in a losing battle with the past, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed, which is powerlessness, or can be a dependent, or ending conflict of the past with a dependent, or powerlessness of the energetic exchange, and the Tower event with fallen angel coming clean, cleaning up the act or coming out about all the pain in the lower back or butt or a pain in the ass, with new information or a painful end, with clarity about the Page of Wands and Page of Swords, both reversed, and their deception. So we have two pages upright and doing well, and now two pages reversed, or perhaps being deceptive. And soon here's the lack of guidance reversed, and or a divorce, or a break from religion, establishment, or a contract, or Taurus reversed, or a tainted leader, as the Knight of Wands is upright and the Queen of Wands is reversed. Perhaps they go their separate ways, or the Queen of Wands just takes off to the past post-war with the King of Cups reversed, performing for the masses, or juggling, or pretending to be something he's not, as the twin flames are seeing themselves as the Tower upright, after foolish behavior, or falling into dissatisfaction with themselves, or falling on their face from grace, or arrogance and brokenness, lack of self-worth, or no confidence here at 1101, which is Justice and the Magician, which Magician reverse would be that lack of confidence. So we have then at 1102, which is Justice and the High Priestess, or higher self, the Divine Feminine, finding peace despite bad influences, or gossip, or gossipers, third parties, or withholding, saving, playing hardball, trying to magnetize, or withholding until someone leaves peacefully, or suddenly leaves to save face. As Scorpio is upright with Aries and Cancer both reversed here, around the twins or how they're seen is the Seven of Cups reversed, repeating steps or coming downstairs, after the Knight of Swords is rushing in with the truth or delivery, and the Dark Knight takes the Rainbow Bridge to the Empress, perhaps meeting them halfway. Or Scorpio upright and Taurus upright with the Ten of Cups upright family between or in common. As the block here is the Knight of Wands, perhaps getting the short end of the stick, as the Knight of Cups upright offers love to the King of Wands reversed to help him slow his burn, or self-loving. Perhaps the King of Cups reversed is between the Queen of Wands reversed and the King of Wands reversed, and the Queen of Cups reversed with the Knight of Cups upright may be a challenge and a block. Perhaps, actually it's the Knight of Wands who's a block, not the Knight of Cups. So, and actually there could be two Knight of Wands here, perhaps trying to make up for the inequity in a partnership with the King of Wands reversed through the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands both upright, perhaps their kids or their childhood friendship at 1111. The higher self is reversed as the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords are upright with the Queen of Cups reversed, Pisces or Virgo reversed, or the Knight of Cups upright with the Queen of Cups reversed. With the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community of wealth or abundance, has the Queen of Swords is back, and the Queen of Swords has the Queen of Cups reverse back, regarding the information about the Page of Wands and Page of Swords reversed and their deception and a turn of events with the High Priestess and King of Pentacles reversed and the Emperor upright, with Cancer and Libra, Pisces or Virgo reversed and Aries upright, a secret passion of the King of Pentacles reversed, or the King of Pentacles didn't use their intuition with the Emperor upright. And that could be two separate people, or the King of Pentacles could literally be the Emperor, but in a different place. You know, like one is his work, I just can't think of the word, I'm blanking out. The work demeanor, and then the way he is at home, or planning to step down from a place of power, perhaps. As the higher self is reversed with reason, or the Emperor upright, the Star upright, the Four of Wands upright, the home. And at 1122, which is Justice and Alignment, along with the Fool and the Fool's Journey with an open heart and a leap of faith, is the Divine Feminine upright, with Pisces, neighbor, or the world, perhaps at work aligning with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And then where's Waldo? I could not find the Queen of Pentacles anywhere on the table. And I finally found her hiding behind the King of Pentacles right here. They're both reversed. And she was hiding behind him. The King of Pentacles reversed and his secret passion, perhaps, as the Queen of Pentacles reversed is also with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the Emperor with Star Divine Feminine in union getting their ducks in a row, or Pisces for the Knight of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the Knight of Cups is higher self and secret passion, perhaps seen by the Emperor Star or Aquarius, whose home is complete, or now their home incomplete, and coming full circle with big love brewing between the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, or older two. There could be two younger children and two older children here. Perhaps the older two are with the Emperor, for Thanksgiving, and the younger two kids are going with the Empress. And that could be, they could be all brothers and sisters, perhaps 4 in the family, or perhaps they're 2 kids from separate families. But one is the Emperor with the 2 older kids, and the 2 youngers with the Empress, who may be with the 10 of Cups family as opposed to the 10 of Pentacles. Perhaps the 10 of Pentacles upright is requesting a reply from the Queen of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Cups is pushing the King of Wands reversed for an answer, or family is just all over the place. As the Queen of Pentacles reversed is hiding from the King of Cups reversed, perhaps they don't want to be at the same place, as the King of Cups reversed or the Knight of Swords upright may be sending a message or delivery to the wounded warrior, which could be the King of Swords or somebody separate from him, or because the King of Swords, who's upright here, is on guard or perhaps mad at the Page of Pentacles, they may send the Page of Cups to give lots of love or a message to be kind, but withholding their time, money, and effort, and surrendering the rest to the universe, hoping not to have to come together. Or perhaps neither the King of Cups reversed or the King of Swords upright are coming to or with the King of Wands reversed. So the Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, remember they're both reversed, may be in a secret passion or are with the Emperor upright, and the Knight of Swords is with the King of Cups reversed, the wounded warrior, Page of Cups, and the Empress. As the King of Swords may be exhausted with the Page of Cups at home, unable to break ground, and leaving it up to the universe as far as coming together. What will be, will be. And again, the Emperor comes up a lot with the Page of Cups. And here the King of Swords is coming up with the Page of Cups. So that energy, the King of Swords, he's serious, he's trying to get his work done, and the Page of Cups is a child or a pet who's very loving and sweet, but they're probably getting on their nerves. As the Page of Cups, perhaps with a Capricorn mother, is 1-to-1 in disconnect or at a distance, as Cancer and Leo are uncomfortable not being able to walk away in this situation or leave the group, or without a ride and no way to get there. So the underlying energy from the Mythic deck was Chiron 33, Artemis 19, Persephone 29, Orpheus 39, Ares 23, 24, so the King and Queen of Wands were right next to each other as Ares and Hestus, and then Athena 25, the Knight of Wands here, and then Poseidon was number 18, the Moon, and 22, Hephaestus. So the wounded healer, Christ, Sun, or 2 Sagittariuses present with Persephone awakening. The Knight of Cups and Orpheus here looking for his girl, right in Hades, as the King of Wands reversed Ares is with Hestia, Queen of Wands reversed, and the Knight of Wands, Athena, right, who could be their daughter in this situation, as the King of Cups reversed comes up usually as Poseidon here, and foolish Ares here, or his nephew, perhaps with physical issues. Artemis, Sun, Orpheus and Athena are going back, and Persephone is going to get a gift. As the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Cups all reversed, oh my, with Hephaestus with quite a few reasons why he can't make it. Most likely, he's in the Batcave to hang out with Orpheus when he gets back. Athena and Hephaestus both have issues with the King of Cups reversed. Then the next first card is the 10 of Themis, destined nature girl, or Libra perhaps with Bellerophon, the 45 and the 43 of Helen of Troy, of humility and beauty, or perhaps 2 kids. The Miss, the Bolero, Phones, and the beauty who took down a city. He would break down walls, search heaven on earth for his beautiful sister or love. Going to mothers, the natural order of things, perhaps the King of Swords, Libra, is getting over that they won't be coming to dinner. With energy, the energy deck, the first card is the 52, the Goddess of the Moon, 13 of financial constraints, 45 of man holding a heart. As the Queen of Swords is transitioning through dark night to get over the King of Swords, who's getting over his losses. As the Queen of Wands reversed, perhaps with Leo in her chart, with fond memories, suddenly of coming downstairs and dumping multiple loads or options, but the one, and that can just be doing laundry as well, or of throwing all of their stuff out, as the Queen of Wands reversed explodes and falls down the stairs, as the Page of Pentacles may be curious, in need of a vacation, and challenged by the Queen of Cups reversed without guidance, or perhaps again in a divorce, with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups both upright, with secret passion, a reason to dream of union, with big love and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, hiding from or hiding with the King of Cups reversed, if the King of Cups reversed is the King of Pentacles reversed, as the Knight of Swords upright may be delivery with reservations, or the Page of Cups playing hardball in offering their heart at 12:21, letting go on whether they come together or not, right? Not feeding into one way or the other. As the Queen of Wands is reversed with the Page of Pentacles, perhaps kids draining the Knight of Cups, and challenged by the Queen of Cups reversed, perhaps Scorpio, or the Queen of Cups reversed may be freaking out in a divorce or a break in contract, or the Tower reversed and coming downstairs, having to repeat or fell downstairs, and blocked by the Knight of Wands upright with a secret passion. As the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups reversed, Knight of Cups is upright, with the Emperor or Reason, the Star is home. The Queen of Pentacles reversed with lots of love for the home. But they're hiding from the King of Cups reversed. And the Knight of Swords upright may be sending 5D messages to the wounded warrior, who then sends the Page of Cups lover without an offer, leaving it up to the universe about coming together or not at 12:27, which is the Hanging Man and the Ace of Wands. So hanging out and thinking of some kind of new passion, okay? So then I went into, this is just, was supposed to just be a short read, and I can't remember how long it ended up being. It wasn't too long. But just the Fortune's Oracle cards, okay? So the underlying energy on the left, 3 cards pulled, and then the cards that wanted to come out after that on the right, okay, from the Fortune's Oracle. So, and there was an astrological chart that came up on Instagram of the Star of David for today's energy. I don't know if it was today or on the 3rd. So this Fortune's Oracle was at 128, which is the Magician and the 2 of Wands. The underlying energy of the Mountain, which is Mountain, is the people with remembrance. The 22 of the Fool's remembrance of the 5D after the 29 Sirius star, as the wounded warrior's heart squared becomes an open book, and wishes come true as the 31 thorns are infinite with NS or normal saline. And also the tongue was coming up, right? So the human body's made of, right, salt water. And again, the tongue could be coming up as salty here too. In a friendly fin to the nth degree, and that can represent a dolphin as well. Dolphin energy, or of course the fish. But the friendly fin to the nth degree, or sharp tongue of the collective, as the wounded warrior weathers the challenges of mountain ranges and hovering 5D station, and the mounting tensions of the 33rd Olympics and Mount Olympus, the heart squared or lit up from the stars to pass through the quantum entanglement of many who have experienced pain in their lives, to make their way to the 5D station in the clearing, the path at the connection, the, like on death row, the stay of the Tyon, or the star of the Tyon, which is the source on, or the Tiger Lioness connection, the totem. The Tiger Lioness totem star of source energy, and the RL of the Luna radius, right? The moon radiating, the I oneness. The source energy of real life, or source energy really, is the railway of oneness. Piggybacked stars as the Tigris and Euphrates cat. The source rises as your pH rates. The dog and cat as the dog and cat backwards is tack god. So Tagodo is coming up as the forge, or to beat, shackle, make sharper. And then the tack node, which is a point of the curve, where 2 or more oscillating circles to the curve at that point are tangent or touching lines, so that the 2 branches of the curve have ordinary tangency at that double point. So literally, this is the example picture of the tack node, okay? So it looks like a butterfly, but also notice it's the K, all right? So then the king comes up. So then as soon as I wrote that down, and then the tangent, which is just expressing again the 2 lines touching but not crossing, when you wish upon a star, it makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, there's no request that's too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do. Touching an arc is like a shock, but not crossing the line. It's like a teaser, a pawn, the queen's gambit, a tempt, a dipping of the toe in the water, just to see, and see, right? See with your eyes, with your ocean of emotion and the sea of Christ consciousness, and seize the day, or the king. As remember, the king I just showed you is that tangency or that tack node, and then the queen is the sine wave. So he's the tangent or the gentleman, but she is the sine waves who cross the line as he lets her go first in crossing the threshold. The 4 of birth then at 2:05, which is that 25, which becomes the potion bottle, but with space in the middle here. The 4 of birth and sweet child of mine, the finger in baby's hand, as in the 5D station in Mother's Mountain, her remembrance of the 22-4, a leap of faith with an open heart, and the 10 of destined fire of burning crosses and intersections into ash, which are bright light, and the flowering collective. 4, 10, and 11, the lambda leap destined to align in truth and balance with love of the sun in union, with sunflowers and buttercup yellow, the 34 in energetic exchange of the 8 of wands, hand folding within the heart, the unity in the slings and arrows of 3s and 4s, of love birthing through the ring of fire, the destiny wheel, which is the ring, and when it is eclipsed, when Mother Earth passes between the son and the daughter and gives equally to her lunacy and his solar waves, as the pink and yellow flowers or flowers, both compassionate and confident, handfast, enveloping the heart, from the 4 to the 10 and 11, from the 3 to the 0 to the 34, where he leaps to and fro, source for truth and balance, and she source direct for their energetic exchange and arrows of love, as the lover's sparkling chariot pulls up in response to Sirius Lion's huge call home, as 616 came up here, and all of the numbers with the 1 in the middle have been coming up, right? 717, 818 came up, 414 came up, and now 616, which came up in gematria as JFK and Liberty and Ritual Sacrifice, Jake, and 51, which is the King of Swords. And the number of hits on that was 1143, which came up again. Let's see, blasphemy also came up. The 14th entry was the triple helix. 22 is I am Enlil, and hate. It says I am Enlil, hate human race. And then 27 was of mathematical alignment. 35 was Greek Sophia in the flesh. And I ended up going back to my name, which was very interesting, but I won't go into that right now. But my name also had 1,143 hits, just like the 616. So that was very interesting. 11 and 43 are justice and the 3 of cups, but we just talked about the 4 and 3 of the emperor and the empress, the lambda leap, which is the vertical pillar, and then the soaring bird, which is the horizontal pillar. Yeah, so like I said, 717, 414, 818, and now 616 came up, and again 1 represents the source in the middle. And the lions call home here then at 3 o'clock. Again, 3 o'clock always references the crucifixion. And the conquering lion was coming up here. as well as liberty for 616, and the 18 of lovers romance with the King of Wands, 23, wise owl, the man of passion. And 1823 came up, which came up as mark a king no better than to lie. And it was interesting in Gematria because all of the mark entries come up as the same numbers, 1998 and 333. It doesn't matter what the sentence is. With mark, it's always 1998 or 333. So I don't know if it's someone who actually is writing the Gematria, like kind of plugging themselves in there. But the energy of 1618 also came up, which is that phi energy of 1.618. And the first entry is Bobby Jackson Harrison. And then I went to the fifth entry, which was the 7 trumpets. The 7th was thank you, thank you. The 8th was Dome of the Rocks, the holiest relic in existence. And then 19 is myth, mythological wife. And number 10 was you are not like them. Find the others. So the protective lion in the wise owl, the lion is lying on or resting. And the human embodiment of source of 2 U's who leap, arc, or bridge here. And then I ended up going into the double diamond energy of the 2 masculine and feminine as 8. And then the third 8 lying on its side is the 2 together, which is the 2 peas in the pod, which I did a whole video that's already posted for you guys regarding that. Literally where the pi 3.14 plus its reflection 4.13 plus the 1.618 of phi ends up being 8.888. The Pisces, remember, is the C's of pi inside out, because then they're back to back. And also the energy of the 413 and 314 comes up as 7.27, which is the Chariot and the Queen's Gambit again, the Ace of Wands, but also the 72 of the 72 and 72, which is also the 4 of Pentacles, the Divine Masculine of the Batcave in the SIRIAN Starseed deck, and then the 7 of the Chariot, or the key, the boomerang. So let's see here. All right, so then I have my next message here. Okay, so this one is the Ascension deck at the top, and then my past life deck, that's Brian Weiss. If I can get this to focus. And then my mixed deck of Lenormand, Reverie, and the Kipper decks together. And then Rider-Waite there at the bottom. Don't even try to figure out what order it's in, because I kind of do it backwards. So it's these 3 cards, and then this card was the first one out. And then I went down here, and then here, and then here, and then here. So it actually ends over there. All right. So this one was pulled on the 3rd from basically 6:59 to 7 was the Ascension deck. 7 o'clock was the past life deck. 7:01, the Lenormand Kip decks. And then 7:02 was the Rider-Waite. The piles at the end of each ended up being 2-2-1-1 and 3-2-1-3-6. The Fool and Justice in alignment. The Journey of the Transition for Lovers. The 5D and 6D. The Empress, Higher Self, and Magician with the Weight of the World. And the World of Truth and Balance, a Leap of Faith. Mother Earth soaring as the world with a map of intent. So it's basically like she's soaring around the world as, or with a map of intent, right? That horizontal circle that she is, right? So it's not just the horizontal circle is actually all the way around the world, as the masculine represents that vertical pillar. At 7:14 is the underlying energy of the 2 of the animals and phobias. So some fears could be coming up, perhaps your animals or your children's fears. The 13 of the Page of Swords child, and the 3 of Cups reversed of the 43, which is that 3 of Cups. But perhaps the child of the 4 and the 3, the Emperor and the Empress. And the call, there's on that card, it tells you to call Archangel Phallier, the angel of animals, to look after them, Archangel Michael to protect them, and the unicorns to enlighten them, to honor and respect all animals. Animals with fears, or their guardian with fears. Scorpio child with a message, and the Page of Swords, who may not be socializing or distancing or around bad influences or afraid to come together due to animals involved. And some of those animals might be human, right? So someone might not want to go to someone's house for Thanksgiving because there's an animal there and they're scared of them. So at 720, which is the Chariot and the 20 of Judgment, the underlying energy is the gold and silver violet flame of wisdom, grace, and harmony. The 4, and then the 35 of Mary Magdalene, which is the 6th ray, raising dogma into spirituality. The 32 of Lady Portia, who's the partner of Saint Germain and the violet flame. She's of justice and the Lord of Karma, calling you to bring an aspect of your life that's not fully in 5D to 5D, to be more generous-hearted and open-minded and fair, to step aside from judgment, and then your ascension path will be showered with gold. As the animals come up with Zadkiel and Saint Germain and Lady Portia around Mary Magdalene in the violet flame, the Emperor and the wounded warriors journey to the animals with surrender to less judgment and more openness, especially with animals. So the first card coming out here was the 37 of Paul the Venetian, with the King of Cups energy and unconditional love, the 3rd ray of creative expression, and the flower of liberty to set you free. As the 41 is Serapis Bey, with the 4th ray, Kohan of harmony, the keeper of the white ascension flame in Atlantis, and called the Egyptian, as he worked as along with Metatron to infuse the pyramids with cosmic wisdom and stand in the white flame, and the only master to work with the seraphim, who will shower you with blessings as you tune in to the 12 chakras then, and the fall of Atlantis where the 5 closed. Ascension is the reopening of the 12 5D chakras to reconnect 12 strands to claim our psychic gifts. As the unicorns are to touch, so there's that energy of lines touching, ask the unicorns to touch, to activate and open. The Earth Star, the base sacral solar, the heart, throat, third eye, and crown, the causal soul star, stellar gateway, and of course the higher heart. Asking the angels to sing over you for chakras to vibrate at 5D level frequency of 2 and 1 in the King of Cups with new love between them. As the 46 is Hilarion on Saturn and Crete, the negotiator for Earth, or the Council of Saturn, the master of the 5th ray of technology and science, truth and knowledge, to open your mind to drop seeds for new ideas, to ask him to help you be all you can be, and the 8th then of Hermes and the Huna prayer, to start one today. And may, so whoever you want to send the bless or the prayer to, like pick a master, an angel, and for 30 days you say it 3 times, and then you put your hands up. May the rain of blessings fall. The 45 of Lady Nada and the 5 of Cups, the 7th ray of ritual and magic and ceremonies, which actually came up today, to bring people together to trust your abilities. I accept and practice my healing, spiritual, and psychic gifts. As the next underlying energy at 739, which is the Chariot and the Knight of Cups, is the energy of the farm, communal living, angels, trees, and phobias. Thomas the Tank Engine over the bridge with a timer on down on the farm. The Grail, God's Rail, and doubly thorned as the horses at the farm and living in caves. And it was definitely taking me back to the Mary Magdalene cave in France. The mountain dwellings and the communal living or ancient sites with angels and Hail Marys. Watching through the trees. The tree out front was coming out for me, like literally like my mother's Mary, looking through the trees. But it was the energy from when I was in France, because I actually got the card of the crucifixion, which was the sun shining through the trees, filtering through the trees, which is the message I got from Jesus that day at the Catherine's Castle when we were meditating underneath the tree. So watching through the trees, there's an angel watching over you. It could be Mother Mary, it could be someone from your family. It was coming up though, like be present to this energy but it's coming up as Hail Marys. Watching through the tree and the sun through the trees, like my Mary Magdalene crucifixion card in France, to see the angels in the trees when the sun shines through, watching from up on the mountain like I can from up on my hill. Perhaps with horses and a train in the background. And then I was getting this energy of Teddy and Annika, his girlfriend in the back, who look like horses. They don't actually look like dogs. They have this very long, especially Teddy because he's so dark. When he runs, he looks like a stallion running. He's really beautiful, actually. So Teddy and Annika, who look like horses, angels in the outfield were coming up to call on my angels under the tree with phobias, to send your light to those on the street or below or under the trees. Say your prayers every day to the mother tree, as the baby in the basket was entrusted to your care, both mother and father with fears of imprisonment or slavery. As Moses in the basket, and prison, and train rails, and derails, unrequited love. I was just getting unregulated rails. Unrequited love, and a child's fear of being given away when mother goes to prison, or a fear of their mother going to prison. A child's fear that their mother won't love them. Animals too. Doves of forgiveness and galactic travel. Forgiveness of the gal act of the inner child. And the fear of being imprisoned by unrequited love. Mother and child and jail time, or married and stuck with someone who doesn't love them. And Dove and Nicole then came up here too. At 7:55, which is the Chariot and the Ace of Swords, which is the truth. So, and the movie Sex Tape came up on Netflix that night. At 8:01 is the 34 of the King of Pentacles Fish, the 24 of the Queen of Wands Thief, and the 28 of the Loving Man, the Ace of Cups, and the 14 of the Wounded Warrior Fox, or Sagittarius, who may be leaving the hen house, either going from the farm or to the farm for higher love. As groups in the sun or competitions exposed, the Ace of Pentacles, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, oh my, at home with the King of Cups, and the 13 of transitioning, of Scorpio, Page of Swords, or Scorpio with a message about coming home at 8:28, which is the Strength card and the Two of Wands. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, or Pisces exchange with them, perhaps, and a little thief, perhaps a little boy who cheated, who's now a man, and choosing a different path, or a pet who ran away, or is moving to another home, or home for Thanksgiving, with the King of Pentacles and King of Cups, the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Fiery Pisces, Scorpio, and the 22 of the official person, or the sun that's become a man, the 19 of the sun exposing a death, of Scorpio and Aries, or official caretaker may have passed, gone to prison or passed in prison, as the 43 is the Three of Cups reversed, trying to make their way through the labyrinth, or make an ending official, or dealing with or perhaps just dealing with like administrative paperwork and stuff like that, with Scorpio, Aries, Leo, and Cancer not coming together, and the 7 of the official message, mail, or seal that was broken, or using a new letter opener perhaps, as the Chariot, or delivering mail, or doing official paperwork, 2 who were arguing, perhaps forging a galactic exchange, or forgiving a galactic exchange that's out of this world. Perhaps forgiving a galactic exchange or receiving a message beyond the universe or out of this world. The underlying energy of the Devil upright and waves. The Page of Wands reversed, tempted to spar with the 10 of Cups reversed for justice. Libra upright and Capricorn upright or in court, with the Magician reversed, insecure or without tools, or a manipulator between the Judge or Libra and the Queen of Cups over the King of Wands reversed, laying all their cards on the table, with the King of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed, settling out uncomfortably post-war, given a new choice of path to end the inner turmoil, to move on to peace in a split or with clarity, perhaps coming clean about stress, to find happiness within self or to get their way, as the Knight of Pentacles reversed is blocking an investment or implementation of a plan. Overwhelmed, pushed to the limit, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Knight of Pentacles reversed here, as the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles may be purging or crying, with the Empress reversed, or dumping in turn of a favor of soul tie, turning in favor of soul ties, Six of Cups. So it could be dumping one person or situation in favor of soul ties, Six of Cups, which can be, you know, a soul connection or perhaps children, or finally time together, but then fell or did something stupid and got hurt, or ending pain or in a painful ending and the world is upside down, or Pisces reversed, or Pisces or Virgo upright, or a sister and or a nurse. Perhaps there's secrets here with Aries reversed, Pisces, Virgo, and Sagittarius upright, but Pisces is upright and reversed. Rushing in with the Page of Pentacles reversed in need of help, as the Sun is upright, exposing all or time in the Sun, perhaps vacation, making an announcement with Leo and Aquarius upright and Cancer reversed, perhaps announcing a break up, a break down, a break in, out, or through, in a separation with no reunion, or kids going on vacation so they can't come this year. The Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups and the Temperance all reversed, losing patience or their tempers, with fire and water, and withholding from the Emperor upright, or fallen angels playing hardball with the Emperor, with news or clarity about dumping emotional attachments and starting over, looking back at a deception or subconscious bubbling up, depressed or arrogant, dropping the ball, the act, the facade, the pattern, or messed up and have no excuse, as the Page of Cups is hanging out or was hung out to dry or left out in the cold, working together with the Page of Swords, stepping it up, as the Page of Cups and Page of Swords are clinging to an awakening or near-death experience, or dead tired but can't sleep, and burdened by the King of Cups reversed, and their marriage, religion, or establishment, with Taurus upright receiving a passionate offer from the Knight of Swords reversed, or a secret admirer, having mind-blowing sex perhaps, as Pisces or Capricorn upright, Taurus and Scorpio upright here too, but Scorpio is also reversed, or a secret admirer offering sex to a married person, the strength of trying to tame the beast not working, perhaps a bad reputation or needy for attention here, imprisoned feeling of failure under the radar, or trapped with anxiety or imprisoned in energetic exchange, with the Nine of Pentacles reversed and the Ten of Pentacles reversed, dysfunctional family, business, or community of the King of Swords with Gemini in their chart, or dealing with family loss and surrendering to lunacy and coming out to connect one-to-one in union or at home. Home in a sudden event, perhaps defenseless to attack during a deception, or secrets coming out. All right, and here's the final message. So again, we start here with the Fortune's Oracle, and then the Good Tarot, and then the Shaman, the Shaman Dreams Tarot. I always think it's Shaman Dreams Tarot, or it could just be Dreams Tarot. And then we have the Universal Golden Tarot there at the bottom. Okay, so this was done on the 3rd, going to the 4th, actually. Yeah, it was done on the 4th. And this one was done at 1:33 for the Fortune Oracle, 1:34 for the Good Tarot, 35 for the Dreams Tarot, and then 36 to 37 is the Universal Golden Tarot. The piles at the end ended up being 1121, and then 1689 or 16846. So 112 was coming. 1121 I looked up in Gematria, and it was story about wife. The second entry was Christmas Eve. The third was Jasmy, Jasmy. And then I looked up 1689, which is I, Mark King, returned Jennifer's book. And again, like I said, it was 1998 and 333 again, but there were other ones with Mark in it too. We're all the same number. And then 1689, number 12 was Jesus, Yeshua. The other number was 918, which was why I noticed it, which is because it's my birthday. But the last entry there was also why should I thought was kind of interesting, and one of the numbers was 144 with that one. Number 16 was all elect. Starred, G and JC. 18 was Pleiadian lifespan theory, and then legends never die was 26, and then 40 was peace in my body. Okay. Let's see here. So 1121, 1689, and then 16846. And then I usually write them all together too, because there's always more messages there. At 324 is the Empress, and the 24 of the Queen of Wands, which they come up a lot together. It could be mother and daughter. They could be partners as well. It's just one would be significantly older or have a higher status than the other. We have Justice in alignment with the world. That can also be fire and Taurus, which is actually today, right? Because we have the Hierophant and the King of Wands today. So it's the same energy. The double jeopardy with the Queen between. The Page of Pentacles hermiting with the Six of Cups. As with Justice in alignment with the world here. With the Nine of Pentacles and the Hermit, twin flames or inner children. As the two masculines align 1-to-1. Perhaps dear one or lovers reflecting or strong and dancing in the Six of Cups soul tie or children. Libra and Pisces, Aries, Gemini, Leo, Virgo, and Scorpio coming up there. 1-to-9 with the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine aligning in the Lover's Dance. Escorted twin flames suddenly reflect. A Tower of Strength to be the Six of Cups and the Hermits at the same time. From 1-to-9 and 1-to-8, the Sun and the Moon, the two lovers to 6, align 1-to-1. In the 698 pod, if they could just find that 7 key. The Monk key and the Don key, where Mun and Don are very similar here, right? Because they're M on and D on. I don't know if Dionne Warwick's coming up as getting that. Now it's taking me back to my best friend's girlfriend, right? Because they sing Dionne Warwick at the table. I can't remember what that song is. If one of you remembers that song, if you could post it in the comments. I can't think of the words. It's on the tip of my tongue. But the Don key, they're very similar numbers because Don is 4, 15, 14 of the letters. And then Mon is 13, 15, 14. But 13 and 4 are both 4s. So M on and D on, Mon and Don. The M and the D are also both co-creation for me. It's just the M is the 2 1s with the V in the middle. And the D is the old way, the old abbreviation of 2 parentheses with 1 in the middle. But when you see the D, it's literally the axle, with the C then moving around the axle, becoming the world, becoming the 2 C's with the 1 in the middle. So it's that multi-dimensional energy. So M and D are just some different dimensionality. So the parentheses with the 1 in the middle is the pi, which is still dense, but the M, or the 1v1, or the 4 and 6, becoming just 5 in the middle, but the D spins on the axis, being 4 and 6 simultaneously. Now you see it, now you don't. So some can't see the masculine inside in that, because they can't see the spin. The donkey's ass and the monkey's uncle, or the DM. You must divine before co-creating. Because remember, it was we conceive or conceptualize, but it's Source's job to create. You must divine before co-creating, as the D equals 4 of the lambda leap, and the M equals 2 IMs creating together. To B or to D. And remember, capital B is also the number 13, which is the transition. So the 2B of transitioning, or 2D, which is that spinning sphere, then bringing the other half into play, right? The two halves of the moon, or the two halves, the outer parts of the infinity symbol, to transition but without dying. The divine masculine must source connect through his divine feminine side to link source up with his divine masculine side. The D, or the I am, and the antithesis, or anti the C's, is she. The D missing the C, so there's no parentheses or pairing of the C's to co-create as two I ams. You must see both halves to spin it, you see, because if you can't see it, you must know it. And you got to have faith, the faith, the faith, at 349, which is the Empress and the 9 of Cups. So Don is Lord, Sir, Mr. Father, Leader, dressed to the nines, and you love, you want, you need. Frost, black ice, perhaps of misfortune, spinning out, but the day, usually, to enter deep and gift a donation. To behave, raise, complete, and create, put on, to do, grease. Yes, you, being Danny, or Donnie here with Don. To treat someone, to build a house, to use your talents, even what you think is stupid, a tool, an implement, underpants. Otherwise you may harden and remain motionless, solidify, or freeze to death. Don Mac, with cape and leaf. Don't be such a porcupine, king of bread and drink. Spin out and dive deep into natural and circular monkey, or Monday. Mon can be a man, a husband, and my monitor screen, who wanders about hand in hand with a pattern in between. A gate, a language, a human, a person, one moon shall remember. Be mindful word, a tree that bears fruit and nuts. And Mon is also I am. You see, Don is your feminine side, and Mon is the masculine, because the masculine needs mom on, and the feminine needs dad on, to bring the donkey, ass, and the monkey, ape, to the turnkey pod, so not to be turkey and tacky, or lackey or flunky, or do hick key, but be the hun key, and the pin key, or the hunky and pinky. And I'll leave the dicky and hickey up to you. As ass and ape, two wild and crazy guys, as Sophia's horse feed, is the food for your soul. The ape is also the bee, as in bumblebee, in the path, deceiving and gullible, as the sappy ass or ape, and the scythe or the hoe, or fashionable one in the know, as digging and diving deep. Like I said, the ass is to ape as horse is to Mr. Ed, a horse's ass. You can't live with him, and you can't live without him. You see, you need M. Like I said, you, feminine side, can connect to source more easily. But if you slam her, she'll be too much in her head, right? So you can't stress her out, because then she won't be able to connect. So use your 3 keys, Don key, Mon key, the divine masculine, to get the turnkey, the T of top dog. The turnkey, the top dog, so you can be RN, or a nurse, a vessel to earn a time out, or to hold ashes, or the bright light. The divine masculine, and T, as notice the D, the divine masculine, and top dog are DMT, you see? In the mammalian brain, blood, and urine is DMT, dimethyltryptamine, the D key, the M key, and the T key. To me, to the nth degree, to whale and how, try the point, MI, so try the I am the point, right? So try I am, and any point, right? I am at any point. I am at any point on the grid point, right? I am source. To me, thy light tripped a mean or mine, right? So to me, thy light tripped a mine, a radicalized ammonia or ammonia, mania, or I am like mon. Dawn or day is mon day. The day key and the monkey is 2 days with monkey in the middle, or 2 days with the divine masculine key is the middle. As I was born on his day, that Monday, born to have mother on. Days at the dawn. So remember the 3 keys are D, M, and T. The 4 of the lambda leap, reaching out to father, the 13 of transition to mother to co-create, and the 1 of the T, which equals 20, that final callback to go where no man has gone before, and B4 are 13 and 4, reflecting the divine masculine, right? B is 13, 4, and then 13 and 4, reflecting the DM, and the T, B4, so have some T, B4, and B is also the M, 13, which is DMT, the divine masculine to top dog, and be good to those little dogs. After all, they are in my image. I'm very good at morphing, especially doggies and horses, combining doggies and horses, dogs and whores for short. As the underlying energy at 452 is the 22 of the mountain and the messenger of earth. And the Knight of Pentacles here, 67. The Empress reversed in number 3 and the Judgment upright, which is number 20. The Fool 5D stationed to remember, hovering from Shasta to Tibet. And then I was getting Japip. A whole range of nodes and nulls as the Knight of Pentacles, a she, her, a loyal, humble messenger of earth and dear one, offering to help Mother Earth to make calls and preparations, especially a wake-up call, to treat Mother better. She is in need of some nurturing too. So the 15 is the key here and the lock, and the 4 is the birth. The 16 is the lion, and the 7 the cracker, the 22 the mountain. As when you put Mon and Don together, there is a word, Don Mon, and Mandan. Mandan is the accusative singular of Mondo, which is the world, the dialogue between the master and their student designed to obtain an intuitive truth. The Mandan is also extremely big and large, major and significant. The kingdom, the human collective, medium-sized African wildcat, and cleaned peeled fruit, or cleaned veggies, net and pure. The Don adds up to 33 and the Mon adds up to 42, which are both 6s. But the 33 is that higher vibration. It's up an octave from the 42 of the 6th, right? The 42 is the 2 of cups, but whenever you have double numbers, it's up an octave. The 33 is the Christ vibration of standing up for oneself. So it comes up as the feminine 5D gate holder and the divine masculine 3D gate holder. As the 15 key is the letter O, the human in the shadow before learning to dance. The world, the collective, intuiting masters and students, dogs and cats, donkeys and monkeys, and turnkeys at that. The donkey is like the Knight of Pentacles, a very loyal hard worker in need of a father to lead. The monkey is more in the brain, which as humans we see as a benefit of great intelligence, which can be a detriment as well, in need of a mother to nurture them. The human O between the Christed aspect and the mother and father aspects, the 5s and the 4s, and the 6s here, the middle. The Don, Mon, T keys, the Mother Earth and Father source keys. To be human is the key, DMT, to imagine what could be naturally. As the mother bursts and the father rebirths with her help, a sudden longing of the lion to set off some fireworks from 18 of Chai in life to the 30 of Om and home, union, to the 27 Ace of Wands to spark the mountain, to Mohammed, Mu, Ham, Med. The Lemurian Ham and Mr. Ed. Lemurian Ham, it's human I am, hamming it up for Mr. Ed as mother nurtures their talents at 534, which is the Hierophant, and again the 34 of the energetic exchange and the Empress and the Emperor. The 18 of Lovers, 23 of the Wise Owl, the 26 of Le Plain, as the skeleton key of Lovers' Romance in the wisdom of the King of Wands, and 2023 to 2026 of the Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, and Page of Wands, as the plane rises gradually and levels up to Fantasy Island non-stop. The 8 of the Dragonfly, 2 as 1 in a beautiful mind, as the numbers came up as 22, 18, 23 to 26, which is an 8, and it came up 26/8. As after the romance or lover's leap, the 18 and enlightenment of the 30 and home, comes the flame, which is 27, a big flame ignited under the collective, right? So that's the big collective awakening, right? So it's really, if I feel like it's like all the twin flames being brought together to work out their kinks, 23 to 26, in order for the collective to really super be ignited in 27, right? Which is the ace, right? It's the 1 cycle. So we're in the 7 this year, right? So 2023 is the 7, so 2024 is the 8, and 2025 is the 9. So in 2026, we'll be in that 1 cycle again, but a lot of people aren't in that 1 cycle until later in the year, depending on when their birthday is. So it's really 26 into 27 is that big push towards the 1. But it's really coming up as 23 to 26. So this, again, for us, the Le Plain is that leveling up of 26, 23 of the Wise Owl this year to 26, which is the Page of Wands, leveling up to Fantasy Island, the skeleton key of Lover's Romance in the wisdom of the King of Wands, 2023 through 2026 of the Queen, the Knight, and the Page of Wands, as the plane rises gradually, levels up to Fantasy Island nonstop. Okay, so the Dragonfly is the feminine, the masculine, 2 as 1 in a beautiful mind. After the lover's leap and the romance, then and the enlightenment comes the home, and then comes the flame, the 27, a big flame ignited under the collective at 539 and then 540. The 9 of Fire as the flicker of stars and embers dangle in the crack where the light is let in. The 3 of Air, the 5 of Earth, and the 9 of Water, the 4 of Fire, and the messenger of Earth here. As angels talk to the birds wearing crowns, the wounded warriors in surrender to the sadness of separation of lovers out in the cold, the mermaid who's happy with themselves, home making music and lighting things up, holding lights and dangling them as the earthy messenger of dear one and heart. As the 4 of Air and 2 of Water and 9 of Air, I'm almost done, honey. It's okay. I'm almost done. Resting, meditation, praying, and the 5D connecting, contemplation of the 2 of Cups and the 2 goldfish, 2 ships in the night as they find a place, a plane of existence in the 9 of Swords where it doesn't hurt, with wings open wide in a circle of doves and violins, their own little community or circle to chat or leveling up their plane of existence. With strength of the 8 and 10 of Air, and taming the beast, or Leo and Earth Mother, angels wonder what's up as feathers drop, everything falling light as a feather, gently, with no trauma, even blissful perhaps, as 7 of Earth, or the 7 of Pentacles, or Divine Feminine Heart, and actually Matthias Di Stefano came up right there, wears their feathers well as the headdress, for a headache perhaps, or one who sits beside them. As many hold the 10 of Earth or 10 of Pentacles, who watches. Perhaps this is a redhead, someone watching him closely, with Wolf for support. With 7 and 10, which equals 17, at 555 of dreams coming true, it can happen to you if you're young at heart, as her wings come from her back, but his wings come from his head or forehead, as the Two of Air and the Queen of Earth, a big support system to balance thoughts and words between two little birds keeping their energy clear with the Queen of Pentacles, and all four elements expressed, keeping fire at a minimum since it's right now at full power, especially with Aries in the North Node, with lots of air and earth, perhaps a dust storm here. The underlying energy here, right at 6 o'clock, is the Palace of Wands upright in the underlying energy. Again, fire in its power with the North Node in Aries, as the Five of Wands battle for the Page of Swords to step up to the plate, to level up and take the award. The guards and the messenger protecting the earth as the Empress reverse may be in lack here, as the Page of Swords learns when to walk away and within to raise their emotions, even when around those in lack. Or perhaps the Empress just gave birth, or is about to, or is just struggling a bit. Perhaps the Knight of Pentacles offered to help the Empress out, perhaps about Thanksgiving preparations, as the Palace of Wands definitely would be hosting. As the Seven of Swords, someone could be sneaking in, and the Page of Swords may be seen climbing back into their window by the Empress reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed. And perhaps the Empress and the Queen of Cups expected the Page of Swords to lie, cheat, or steal, but they fell asleep on the job. This could be them actually sending someone out to lie, cheat, or steal for them. But they fell asleep on the job, or froze, choked, or a homeless little guy between the Empress and the Queen of Cups, or stealing a nap between seeking both of their attentions. Perhaps a pet. As the Three of Swords reverse, they could be recovering from a disappointment or loss, or minor surgery, or a standoff of the Empress and the Queen of Cups regarding an apology or forgiveness. As the Six of Wands is upright and the Emperor reversed, good news as the Emperor's not happy about it, or just holding up his image but actually not well, or perhaps letting his people know he's retiring or will be out for procedure, putting on airs and dropping the ball, and taking off, moving, traveling, or going the distance to stand up to the group and stand their ground at last. Or some kind of game or sports, and challenged by many, at 6:14, which could be coming up for a lot of athletes this year, as the Star reversed and the Two of Wands is upright, some depression around a new choice of path or twin flames, as the Hanging Man is doing handstands here, or doing some bond moves to avoid lasers, or learning how to avoid lasers, practicing the 12D shield, just hanging out, or getting in tip-top shape. At 6:18, the Lovers and the Moon, or Lovers Romance, the underlying energy is the Emperor, who had made an offer to the Ten of Pentacles upright, family, business, or community, and the Three of Pentacles, business, or some kind of place of co-creation right there, of a proposal perhaps to open a new business or branch, or proposal for the King of Pentacles to speak at a conference, or the Emperor's gifting the family, business, or community, or legacy, or maybe they're gifting a statue of art or a building in their name, to see if the King of Pentacles is free, or whatever the Emperor offers here may set the King of Pentacles free, which could be himself, as the King of Pentacles may be going in another more fiery direction, or X chose another path. And this is reminding me of the Uber movie, right? Of the older, more wiser people as the emperors, and then the one who founds the business, who gets pushed out, like Steve Jobs is coming up here, like the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. Someone could be dealing with cancer or X-rays or radiation here, or choosing a path to enlightenment with the King of Cups, or to be the King of Cups. Pisces and or Capricorn here, as the King of Cups is present, or gifting the wounded warrior, or stepping down to be the King of Cups so he can be more present with the family, or in court with the wounded warrior who's been waiting a long time for this, as Taurus tries to attack Libra or judge with the truth, or the establishment or religion versus the justice system. Or perhaps the good old boys club versus female judge here, regarding a partnership or romance, or hospital administration regarding a cancer patient, or a consult for options and confused, or thinking on it, or perhaps seeing synchronicities in heaven in their eyes, and their eyes are closed, or perhaps they had eye surgery, or was blind and now they see. A lot of back and forth with the Ten of Cups or across the bridge, or found a lot of happiness one-to-one, but keeping it to themselves in back and forth with family, or about the energetic exchange with the Nine of Cups, who's happy here with themselves and facing their fears, whose barks were worse than their bites, as the Queen of Pentacles, without water to dip her toe, has been working very hard for a long, long time to carry the weight of the world, or just too much weight, or too much waiting, or getting a home project done, or was supposed to but was left behind, or dealing with patients or suffering in silence, or a sister, perhaps giving advice or making announcements, with Virgo and Aquarius right there. A wake-up call, as the Empress and the Emperor, both reversed, are polarized here. Perhaps the Empress being judgmental or calling things out. And I'm getting her as like a masculine energy, as I call him as I see him, like an Empress, like that. Perhaps as patient angel or Sagittarius, quiet as a mouse, on break or in the countryside after falling asleep on the job. Or was that Aquarius? The patient angel receives a passionate proposal from Libra lover or Gemini, keeper of the golden goose in check. All three air signs represented here, with Sagittarius or patient angel in the middle, or Taurus and Aquarius and Libra and Gemini energies. As air signs with Pisces and Capricorn in their chart may be working out to approach the Queen of Wands, dream girl or catch, or fiery Aquarius or earthy Scorpion, or grown-up girls, or thinking of two who they can date. The Dark Knight is settling out to be single or sharing with the Page of Swords. There may have been a death or inheritance here, or just gifting, perhaps wanting to send a message of goodness to the devil incarnate, or predators in general around the world. Could be an unnatural death here, where settlement has been made to close the case, with Aquarius, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces standing up to those who would come against them, as the Page of Wands and the King of Swords performing or doing the daily grind, trying to stay balanced, in the sun, or energized, playing sports or exposing conflicts of love with the Ace of Cups, from the Seven of Pentacles, perhaps the Divine Feminine in the E-Tower, or a constant gardener coming together in joy, in a painful ending or ending pain, or perhaps getting a massage with your sister or high priestess or aide or nurse, and the Knight of Wands rushing out to pick someone up or to find peace with the Knight of Cups. The Chariot or the Queen of Cups or Cancer Queen of Cups may not see this coming in her own world, perhaps some anxiety about sharing with others, or thinking too much about the Divine Masculine's closed heart, or not responding, as the Six of Cups and Four of Cups, the unity consciousness of the twin flames in union, or loving kids at home, and the Page of Pentacles with big truth for the Knight of Cups, or perhaps a big invite to be honored somehow, or two together coming forward with the whole truth, and the Knight of Cups to one being strong or with a pet, perhaps feeling badly for them when they whine, or kids coming to play, but sadly they can't, as the Magician and the Empress are going out or away, perhaps getting someone to stay with their pet. With Six of Wands bringing good news and the Knight of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles, one who is hard at work, aligning or getting their ducks in a row, as the Page of Cups is trying to get their attention, but disappointed, perhaps their little heart breaks when a parent is too busy to pay attention to them, as the Page of Cups could be a pet as well, and then a sudden event, or a meltdown here, or someone exploded and kicked everyone out. For the King of Wands to have some time to rest, and the Queen of Swords of 5, perhaps, or 5D connecting between them, as he epiphanizes what she is trying to say to him. And so it is. I finished that at 10:10 that night too. Not the read, but when I left the room. So what else was coming up here? Just the end here. The human alignment with the Queen of Swords Libra, so Lady Liberty was coming up too, as the two moons dance. The Hermit completes their mission, the shadow world, as the Divine Feminine and Masculine dance and leap to the 88, to the Crazy Eights dance, the romantic dance. From 9 to 8, escorting the 8 to 8, escorting the 1 to 1. The 1 to 8, or Chi energy of life, and the Queen of Swords Liberty, or TV screen in the middle, with 52, all heart and tails, as the source is 2 Ps to connect to another pod to escort 1-to-1 divine masculines, the one divine masculine and then both of the others, 98 degrees of Athena's Hercules or AH moment, of justice aligning with 888, the divine feminine dances with the divine masculine within and then 2 without. 9 and 81 were coming up as the divine triangle in the numerology book, because 81 is the end of the cycle of the divine triangle, and they're each line is 9 years. 9 nines are 81. The 9 times 9 or 9 times 8 plus 1 is the 72 plus 9, the 144 plus 18, which is that, again, that chi energy of life. For another go around here. So this is energy of taking the 1 through 9 cycle, 01, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to the 10. And then the 8, which is the dance of the 88 dance, right? The 2 crazy 8s. All right, so let's pull a quick card to close. And yeah, we're going to go with the heart deck here. Let's see, it's not the easiest deck to shuffle, but here we go. Okay, the heart deck. And I'm going to show you the pictures today. I always forget to show you guys the pictures in this deck because they have writing on one side and the pictures on the other. All right, what is our clue? Oh, it came right up. Okay. So don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So don't forget that. Okay, and there's a masculine energy there. So don't people please, right? Say what you mean and what you want. And then we have look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. And there's the feminine. And then we have the bottom of the deck, which is beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in another, or one another, are qualities you both possess equally so. The qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Okay, so that's the both of you. So again, you both have, different points of view, and what you complain about, you both possess. And then we have these two coming up here. You are trying too hard, give it time. Okay, and there's the tree of life. And then is friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. Okay? So there's your, again, it's a slow coming together. And right before the other underlying energy is wait, don't rush, okay? Let nature take its course. But this is really good news, you guys, okay? So remember your water, your rest, your joy, your nature. Be good to yourselves and rise and be love. I will see you next time. Have an amazing one. Bye, guys.